Hello, I am a Buddhist monk from the country of Tibet. I would like to inform you about the history of my country and some problems it is currently facing. Tibet is a region on the Tibetan Plateau in Asia and is currently under control of the Chinese. Prior to the 1950s, Tibet has had a long history of being controlled by changing dynasties. The central religion of Tibet has been Buddhism, and the religion has been led by successions of Dalai Lamas since 1447. Many dynasties have recognized the Dalai Lama's power, while others do not. After the last dynasty was overthrown, the king, the 13th Dalai Lama, declared Tibet to be independent. China wanted Tibet for its resources and has fought for control over it for the past couple of centuries. The Republic of China states that they have sovereignty over Tibet, which goes against the Tibetan belief that they are independent. Through 1910 to 1950, China has made several attempts to invade Tibet. In 1959, a rebellion against the Chinese rule was developed, but it was quickly suppressed by the Chinese government. At this time, the 14th and current Dalai Lama was exiled to India. Currently, the Dalai Lama's government is still located in India, and many Tibetans consider the Dalai Lama to be their leader. Citizens and monks still protest for independence, which has caused the Chinese government to create an anti-separatist campaign. The Chinese government also has a long history of undermining the Buddhist religion. Within the Buddhist religion, there also is the Panchen Lama. The Panchen Lama is second in command to the Dalai Lama and chooses who the next Dalai Lama will be. The Dalai Lama then picks a Panchen Lama, and the cycle continues. This cycle has existed for the last 14 Dalai Lamas. In 1995, the current Dalai Lama identified a boy as the new Panchen Lama, but the Chinese government detained this boy, and he has not been seen since. China has then picked their own Panchen Lama, which the Buddhist religion does not recognize as legit. The Dalai Lama has publicly declared that he will not reincarnate again if Tibet does not become free. If this were to happen, it is very well possible that China would choose the next Dalai Lama for themselves, thus giving them control over the Buddhist religion and over the decisions of Tibet. The problem that Tibet is currently facing is very complicated, but it can be solved. A solution would be to create Tibetan Buddhist Vatican sites. In the 14th century, when religion battled with secular powers for sovereignty, the papal states were formed. They were ruled by the Pope, and he had political sovereignty over them. When the states were later dissolved and modern Italy was built, the Vatican was confined to its walls in Vatican City, but it still had sovereignty over it. The Tibetan Patola could work in a similar fashion and keep Buddhism contained in certain sites in Tibet. This solution would allow Tibet to keep their culture, but also allow China to gain partial sovereignty over Tibet. I hope you enjoyed this video and now are well informed on Tibet. As always, if you liked it, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Peace.